But in the 1980s, right, Sega was doing a lot of Genesis ports of arcade games that they were making.
They Neo Geo and stuff like that kind of arcade presence, because they were a game company to start off, and then they kind of, if I'm not mistaken, then they kind of teetered into consoles,
and then teetered back out to be a game company again.
Well, I don't know if they teetered would be the word in that. They were kind of forced to. They were pushed out of the market, basically by the Sega Saturn killed them, and that was a fantastic console. But there was just so many issues with it, and a lot of it I thought was timing.
Yeah.
Just the fact that its features were just way ahead of this time. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing that they're still around, and it still trips me out that they do stuff with the Nintendo.
Yeah.
It trips me out, man.
Sonic and Mario do games together now, which is...
That's Twilight Zone to me, dude. But still, it's cool. I'm glad to see the proliferation of both of those, that me and my son can both enjoy Mario still 30 years later. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, me and the Tank are in the middle of playing a Mario playthrough right now, and he's Mario, I'm Luigi, which kills the kind of, older brother, younger brother dynamic, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we're going through it, and he's way ahead of me right now because he's got his... I'm old. My fingers, they don't move as quick as they used to, so his fingers are a little more nimble, a little more up to snuff, should we say. So he's getting all the extra levels and stuff like that, and I'm just teetering along.
Well, the other thing too, man, he doesn't have near the responsibility you do, so
no,
he's probably got a little more time to sharpen stuff up because you're busy with work and potting and all the other side sound stuff. So I mean, he's got more time to work on it right now, man.
Right. He needs to get back to class is what he needs to do. But Sega wanted a stronger foothold against Nintendo, and in '88, Japan began an in-house competition to find a rival to Nintendo's Mario.
That's smart.
It is smart. Now, the thing is, though, they wanted a rival to Mario. They wanted an equal. And you can't make an equal to Mario, especially if he's that... He was the breakout star of somebody else's game. I mean, it's... Technically, it's the Donkey Kong universe, not the Mario universe.
Right. You got to do your own thing.
Yeah.
Because I think if they had tried to go with like any type of dude or person, human, it probably wouldn't have worked because it would have been too close.
Yeah.
It would. Okay, like for instance, when I was a kid and I saw this, I just thought, wow, that looks badass and it looks fun. I didn't think, oh wow, Sega's trying to, get a market advantage on this obvious competitor and blah 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 blah. I didn't care about any of that. To me, it was slick and it was new, it was cool, it was exciting, different. So yeah, they really did a good job on that, on creating their own thing.
Well, Sega wanted a rival, and they wanted it to be as iconic as Mickey Mouse.
That's okay. That's pretty lofty goal there, but I mean, they fell short, and they created an icon for a decade, for generations.
Yeah.
So I mean, not too bad, really.
Not too bad. I mean, they fell short, but they fell short in a good way.
They fell short of that extremely lofty goal.
Yes.
I mean, that's like saying we want to be bigger than the Beatles and Elvis combined.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not possible. It's not physically possible unless you like held everyone in the world at gunpoint somehow and forced them to like your band. Like, this is the only, you know what I mean? Like,
don't give me ideas.
So it's impressive, man. It's impressive what they were able to do, and comparatively to the history of Nintendo in a really short amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to use Alex Kidd, and he was all right, I guess.
It wasn't anything special. See, it was a dude. It was just a regular, who had a big fist. I mean, come on, a hedgehog that can run like 200 miles an hour, like, come on, man. Like, that's obviously, it's gonna be way better.
Well, that's what they did. After building the engine designed for speed, the company eliminated all mascots that were not based on fast animals. So as time went on, they started to focus on animals that could roll up into a ball, and that's where the hedgehog came from. So Sonic was born after combining Felix the cat and Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
So that's where a lot of its features come from, especially the eyes and so on and so forth.
Okay.
You know, and he's originally a teal color. So that's like, I don't know, Sonic the Hedgehog teal.
Yeah, that's might be two 90s, like 2 on the nose 90s. But I think that we also, like, when you're outdoors a lot, teal's kind of like an in-between color.
Yeah.
So that could be difficult, especially if your topography and your backgrounds are changing, like forest and ocean. That could get blurry. You know what I mean? It could kind of like blend in a little too well.
That's why they went for darker blue. In fact, they went for Sega blue, as they called it.
Okay, well, yeah, and that was gonna be my next point. You're basically gonna have to commit to one color, one end of the spectrum or the other. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna go all green, you're gonna go all blue. Like, but yeah, I think that was a good choice. It's distinct, and there's also shading and stuff on it. So there's actually a couple different colors going on there. But yeah, the base color is definitely that Sega blue.